What's up guys, it's the Pisces. So for this week's video, before we start this week's video, I just want to thank all you guys because we just hit this many views and I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. Anyways, this week's video is about my experience about Formula 1, what I have experienced about Formula 1. So I even have a book written by me down. Those details will be linked down in the description. So let's get started with this week's video. So the timing for the Grand Prix is 2 hours and the timing for qualifying is 1 hour. The timing for practice should be 30 to 60 minutes. So Verstappen is currently in Red Bull Racing Honda and his number is 33 and his team principal is Christian Horner. Christian Horner is the one who makes the decisions for Red Bull Racing Honda and the team principal for Mercedes is Toto Wolff. He's been the team principal for 7 years in Mercedes. So yes, and since it's the latest, it's the second last Grand Prix, then the drivers are pretty nervous. But Verstappen, as you can read this news page, Verstappen shrugs off Wolff's Senna Prost predictions as he maintains pressure is off in title fight. So Verstappen and Hamilton are fighting for this year's championship because they want to win this year's championship, and whoever wins this Grand Prix, whoever wins the upcoming Grand Prix is gonna win the championship. But if Verstappen wins both the Grand Prix, he's gonna win the championship. So it all depends on the points. As I told you, Verstappen leads the championship. Hamilton is second. So this is the fight. So if Hamilton wins this Grand Prix, then he will be 25 points ahead. So if you are in first place for a Grand Prix, then you will get 25 points. If you are in second place, you will get 18 points. If you are in third place, you will get 12 points. So it's just 6. So 6 points is always the difference. So Verstappen is leading the championship, Hamilton second. So there is a fight. If Lewis Hamilton wins both the Grand Prix, he's gonna win the championship. But if Verstappen wins both the Grand Prix, he will win the championship. But if Hamilton wins one Grand Prix and Verstappen wins the other, then it's gotta be a tough fight. So Lando Norris is in Team McLaren and Ricciardo is also in Team McLaren. He's the king of late breakers. Daniel Ricciardo is the king of late breakers, but he hasn't been doing so well in F1. Whoever wins, this is going to be a very, very, very dramatic fight. And stay tuned in Hotstar for the Grand Prix. If you want more information about Formula 1, you can read my book, which will be linked all down in the description. Thank you. Thanks for watching. So I don't know if many of you know about F1, but it's totally fine if you guys don't know about F1 because that's why I'm here to teach you about it. So first off, my favorite driver is Max Verstappen and he is currently in Red Bull. He hasn't won a championship yet. But as you can see, this is the Formula 1 webpage. You can just go to formula1.com and you will also find all these stuff. So this is Max Verstappen, who is currently leading the championship. He is a Dutchman, and his team is Red Bull Racing Honda, and he currently has 287.5 points, which is a lot because he is anyways leading the championship. And so he's my favorite driver because he's like a young driver to be in F1, and also he is very fast and very defensive, so that's why I like him. And next up is Lewis Hamilton. He is in second place for this season, and he is not in such great shape because he is a 7-time world champion. And you can just Google him if you are interested in him. He is a British, and his team is Mercedes, as you can see there. And he has 275.5 points. So if Verstappen leads and still leads the championship and is like that until the last Grand Prix, which is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, then he's gonna win this championship. It's not that easy to just win a race and you win a championship. It's not like that. It's pretty different from that. So I'm gonna tell you what Grand Prix are. So this is the Formula 1 webpage again. And this is the Mexican Grand Prix. As you can see, these cars, they were last year's Grand Prix. And if you are interested in Formula 1, you can just go into this webpage. It's easy to find. It's just formula1.com. So anyways, there are 3 types of races. Number 1 is the practice, and there is practice 2 and practice 3. Practice 3, qualifying, and finally the race. So as you can see, these are the dates and which you can see each time. So 8th of November is the race, which is the main, and qualifying means that you can see which position the driver starts from. So there are 20 drivers, and whichever starts from 1st, 2nd, 3rd till 20, it will be given dependent on their qualifying. Of course, everyone starts from the pit lane for qualifying, because you don't need to qualify for qualifying. So qualifying is for the race. And you can see it live on Hotstar. So this guy here is my favorite driver. He was so good that he skipped Formula 2 because he was so good at Formula 3 itself. So there are 4 formulas, and what we are currently talking about is Formula 1.